Greetings everybody, this is Emily from A Pages in Ink, and today is a Wednesday, so you know what that means. It's time for Top 5 Wednesday. So today's topic for Top 5 Wednesday was books I'm thankful for. Top 5 books I'm thankful for. So after some thought, I finally compiled a list of the top 5 books that I am thankful for. So I will do that now. Coming in at number 5 is Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. And I'm thankful for this because in the coming books, there's another book, and this kind of helped me to kind of, I almost want to say feel better immersed, but that doesn't really make a whole ton of sense. I guess it gives me a better understanding of Celaena Sardothien, as like how she came to be who she is, and a lot of the characters and a lot of events and people and stuff from her past make an appearance in the actual series, and I feel like I better understand those things because of the Assassin's Blade. If you don't know what this is, it is a collection of novellas that go over the events of Celaena's life before Celaena was sent to Endovier, and actually one of them talks about how she got there. Coming in at number 4 is a book that I read a long time ago, and it is what helped me to get into reading when I was little. At least that's how I see it, because I don't remember loving books so much before I read it, and that is Christina's Ghost by Betty Wren Wright. I had like a book report thing, and I was staying at my mom's friend's house because we were visiting, and she used to be a teacher, so she had all these books for kids my age, and I looked through them, and for some reason I was drawn to this one, and I picked it up and I read it, and I've read it a couple times since. Not anything recent because it's like 105 pages, but it's the thing that I can think of that really got me into reading as a kid, and I forever have this because it's just, yeah. Okay, coming in at number 3, this is the book I was talking about when I was talking about number 5, and that's Throne of Glass. I'm thankful for this book because I was kind of, I don't really want to say I was in a slump, but I was not reading as much as I had before. I was reading manga. I was really into manga before this point, which there's nothing against manga. They're still novels. They're graphic novels, like Japanese graphic novels. But anyway, so this was kind of like my throwback, is that a good way of putting it, into reading novels, and I think from this point I read a little more, and then I stopped again. Don't remember why, but so. And coming in at number 2 is a lot like can't see my fingers, the Throne of Glass. It was a rebirthing kind of thing into reading. It got me back into it. Once I read this book, it was all I could think about, and I actually had the second book from the library as well as the first one. Like, I had them both, and I was almost hesitant to read it because of the ending of this book that completely like broke my heart. But it got me back into reading, and it's been one of my favorite series since, and it is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I loved the characters, I loved the story. I'm a sucker for dystopians as long as they're not heavily soaked in romance, because I think I'm really starting to lean away from books that have a heavy plot with romance, just because it's not, I dropped it, it's not as entertaining to me anymore, because I can predict certain love triangles or I feel like a woman's worth isn't in finding a guy. Not saying that that's the goal, but there are books that execute it well. So I love The Wrath and the Dawn, which is a romance novel. I wrote plenty of books. A Court of Thorns and Roses is heavily romance, and I like those. So I guess it's just based on how it's executed. But yeah, so The Darkest Minds is my number 2 on this particular list, and my favorite book series ever. It's also number 2 because this book, my number 1, is always going to be my number 1 because it's just been, the main character has been my friend, my companion. They were someone I could rely on when things weren't going my way. They're someone I always turn to, and I absolutely love the author, and I'm so proud of him because he recently came out as transgender, and I know it was bothering him for a very, very long time. And, well, I didn't know that he was struggling with that, but I knew he was struggling with depression, and I think even, and this could be wrong, so don't take my word as gospel, I think they were even struggling with, like, suicidal thoughts. So I'm very proud of this author, and his work means a lot to me because, like I said, it's just important. His characters were always there. I loved the books, and they're just very important to me. And a lot of you probably maybe assumed it was Harry Potter before I started talking about the author. And it's not. And I'm sorry Harry Potter is not on my list. I have not yet read Harry Potter. I have tried a couple times, can't get into it, but I'm going to keep trying because I know they're good. I'm not saying they're not. But my number 1 book that I am very thankful for is The Chronicles of Vladimir Tod by Heather Brewer. Where's Heather? It says Brewer, but by Heather Brewer, who is now known as Zachary Brewer. And I'm so proud of him, and I'm so thankful for Vlad and his story and Zach's works and his books because they're all fantastic, and this particular series means so much to me. And I can never thank him enough for writing it, if that makes any sense at all. Especially in middle school, because middle school sucks for everybody. I don't know anyone that has a good time in middle school. I mean, I had friends, there were good times, I did sports, I had good grades, but there were just times where I felt like there were more expectations needed of me than I could give. I did have problems with my friends. My grades went down at some point. I was bullied, especially in elementary school, not so much in middle school, but it was a thing. So not a very happy set of years. It was good sometimes, other times it was hard. And this was my outlet, my friend, my companion, my shoulder to lean on. Yeah, so those are the top 5 books that I'm thankful for. I recently posted a first sentence reading challenge thing that I did with my brother, and although it's not as funny as I had thought it would be, because I did a cover challenge with my mother and my brother and thought that would be much funnier than it was. I mean, it's just my family's funny to me, maybe not funny to anybody else, and my brother's actually kind of quiet, so anyway, so go check that out if you're interested. I should have another video up by next Wednesday. I am hoping to maybe get my brother into playing the what character am I thing, you know, with the sticky notes and you have to give each other clues and they have to guess who they are. So may have that in the near future. Until then, I wish you a happy Wednesday. For those of you who live in America and celebrate Thanksgiving, have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. And I will see you guys the next time I have a video up, which will probably be Wednesday. It might be before. I'm gonna try to post more videos. I don't know what days I'm gonna try. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. So if you guys want to help me out, please post things below. And I will hopefully execute them. This video isn't just for me, it's also for you guys. And I do really want your input and ideas. So please and thank you. I love you guys. Bye.